Welcome to day 24 of the Canon Law in a Year podcast. Today we will read Canons 111 and 112. If you want to follow along, we are using the translation from the Canon Law Society of Great Britain and Ireland, which you can see on the website www.canonlaw.ninja, linked in the description below. To start, we'll define some terms. Sui juris is Latin for of its own law, and a church sui juris refers to the particular autonomous churches within the Catholic Church. There are 24 such churches, including the Latin Catholic Church. All of them are equally Catholic, and all have ecclesiastical hierarchies that are separate from the Latin Church's hierarchy, but they still end with the Pope at the top. Besides the Latin Church, all of the other sui juris churches are collectively called the Eastern Catholic Churches. Some examples of these Eastern Catholic churches are the Greek Catholic Church, the Melkite Catholic Church, the Coptic Catholic Church, and the Syro-Malabar Catholic Church. Besides being called sui juris, they are often also referred to as different rites. Again, I want to emphasize, in case the Eastern Catholic churches are a new concept to anyone, they really are completely Catholic in full communion with Rome. The Eastern Orthodox are different, they are not in communion. Sui juris Catholic churches does not refer to the Eastern Orthodox. Now, let's begin. Canon 111. Through the reception of baptism, a child is ascribed to the Latin Church if the parents belong to that church, or, should one of them not belong to it, if both parents agree in choosing that the child be baptized in the Latin Church. But if the agreement is lacking, the child is ascribed to the church sui juris to which the father belongs. However, if only one parent is Catholic, the child is ascribed to the church to which the Catholic parent belongs. So, to reiterate, if both parents are Latin Catholics, their child is baptized Latin Catholic. If one parent is not, then if they agree the child should be Latin, he will be. If they do not agree which church the child should belong to, it defaults to the church of the father. Here's an example. If both parents are Catholic, the father a Greek Catholic and the mother a Latin Catholic, the child's church defaults to that of the father. In this case, the child would be a member of the Greek Catholic Church. But this is interesting. If the father was, say, Greek Orthodox, not in communion with the Catholic Church, and the mother a Catholic in the Latin Church, and their child was baptized into the Catholic Church, then by default the child would belong to the Latin Catholic Church, not the Greek Catholic Church, even though the Greek Catholic Church corresponds to the father's Orthodox Church. Continuing Canon 111. Any candidate for baptism who has completed the 14th year of age may freely choose to be baptized either in the Latin Catholic Church or another church sui juris, in which case the person is ascribed to the church which he or she has chosen. Canon 112. After the reception of baptism, the following are enrolled in another church sui juris. 1. One who has obtained permission from the Apostolic See. 2. A spouse who, on entering a marriage during its course, has declared that he or she is transferring to the church sui juris of the other spouse. On the dissolution of the marriage, however, that person may freely return to the Latin Church. 3. The children of those mentioned in Numbers 1 and 2 who have not completed their 14th year, and likewise in a mixed marriage, the children of a Catholic party who has lawfully transferred to another church sui juris. On the completion of their 14th year, however, they may return to the Latin Church. The practice, however long-standing, of receiving the sacraments according to the rite of another church sui juris does not bring with it membership of that church. Each transfer to another church sui juris is valid from the moment of the declaration made in the presence of the local ordinary of the said church, or of its pastor, or of the priest delegated by one of them, and of 2 witnesses, unless a rescript of the Apostolic See disposes otherwise, and is noted in the baptismal register. Note: it's important to remember this if you often visit another rite. If you were baptized into the Latin Church and never formally changed rites, You could spend 50 years only ever attending, say, a Greek Catholic church, and never step foot in a Latin church that entire time, and you would still be a Latin Catholic. We Latins are welcome to go to Mass at Eastern Catholic churches, and they are welcome to attend Mass at each other's or at Latin churches. When I was away at school, I always went to Mass at a beautiful Ukrainian Catholic church, but I never ceased being a Latin Catholic. That only changes if you actually undergo the formal process of changing rites. And that brings us to the end of day 24. I will see you all tomorrow for Canons 113 through 123. Have a great day, and God bless you.